Good morning, everyone. How is everybody doing? Happy Sunday to all of you. If it is Sunday where you're at, and if it's morning, good morning. If it's evening, good evening. And if it's afternoon, then a good afternoon. I hope everyone is having a good day today. As I said yesterday, if you joined my live yesterday, or if you watch it on the replay, I promised to do another live lesson today, and I am back. And we're going to do a fairly useful lesson, but it's not so difficult. We're only going to be using sort of two verbs in today's lesson. And we're going to be, if you looked at the lesson title, or if you looked at the description, as it says in the title right now, it says, let's describe people. Let's learn to talk about looks and clothes. So we will be describing people in today's lesson. Something that's very useful, something that's important, you need to know how to do. YFS, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you today? And I'm just going to wait a little bit of time while I wait for people to join. I just put a message on my community site a little while ago, so I'm going to wait a little bit of time for people to join the lesson. In the meantime, what I'll do is I'll put the lesson on the screen so people who are here can see what we will be doing today. All right. So that's the lesson today. And so we'll get started with that fairly soon. We're just going to wait a little bit of time here. Teresa, good morning. Good morning. How are you doing today? How is it over there in the morning? Is it still warm? Is it getting a little bit cooler? Karina, good night. Okay, I hope you're not going to go to sleep. Good evening, Karina. How are you doing today? How's everything where you are? I hope you're having a great day. What time is it over there, Karina? It is over here in Tokyo. It is 9 a.m. in the morning. If you joined yesterday's lesson, I did mention that I would be going out last night. I haven't gone out for a long, long time, but my friends took me out for a late birthday dinner, and I thought maybe today would be a tough morning for me since I was out late and we had a few drinks, but you know what? It wasn't. I was I had a good time yesterday, but I came home very early at a reasonable time, and I feel great today. So it's 6:23, Karina. 6:23 over there. Okay, now so it's. Have you finished your dinner, Karina? I'm assuming that's 6:23 p.m. All right, so your day is almost done. Well, halfway done. So as I said at the beginning, and if you look at the title today, we're going to be focusing on describing people, what people look like. Teresa, you're not bad. You have a little bit of a cold because of the weather. How are you? Oh yeah, a lot of people are getting sick right now. A lot of people are catching cold. I'm lucky, knock on wood, I don't have a cold. I was sick last year at the end of the year, but I'm doing really well. I'm doing really well. I've got a nice drink here. I've got an orange juice. It's not coffee, but orange juice this morning. And I'm good. Thank you for asking. So today's lesson is not going to be too difficult. We will be looking at how to describe people. And I'm just going to put one more message on the community site to let people know we've started. 1 second. Okay, so if you look at the lesson on the screen here, we start off with the question right here. What does she look like? Obviously, what does he look like? This is a very common question that we ask if we want to know the description of someone. So it's important that we learn how to describe people, not only their clothes, but we also want to describe their physical appearances. And that's what we will do today. As I said, basically, we're only going to be using 2 verb tenses and 2 verbs. 2 verb tenses and 2 verbs. The very first verb tense we will use is the present tense. That's the present tense. We're going to be using simple present tense. And the other one we're going to be using is present continuous. And present continuous is basically the be verb and ing. Now, when we are describing, I'm going to put some notes here. When we are describing somebody's appearance, we will use present tense. We're talking about hair color, eyes, maybe their height, body shape. It's all present tense. Now, if we're talking about clothing, then we will be using present continuous. So what is he wearing? What is she wearing? All right, so we're going to be using the present continuous. So appearance is present tense, clothing is present continuous. And the 2 verbs we will use are the be verb and have verb. Be and have. Those are the only 2 verbs that we will use today. Those are the main verbs. Good morning, Kaz. How are you today? Thank you for joining. I hope you're having a great morning. XYZ, good morning to you as well. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a great day. I hope it's a nice morning for you. And Fusa, ohayou gozaimasu. Today's Japanese is easy for me today. Thank you. Good morning, Fusa. How are you? All right, so be verb and have verb. Those are the only 2 verbs that we will focus on today. Of course, if you use other verbs during this lesson, that's fine. But for most people, if you only want to use 2 verbs in this lesson, that's fine. Be verb and have verb. So this lesson is for everyone. If you're a beginner, welcome. Do this lesson because it's not that difficult. If you're an advanced person, also do it because you will learn a lot of vocabulary. So let's look at all of the different things we can talk about. The first thing we are going to talk about here is hair. Hair. Make this a little bit smaller so it fits the screen. Okay, so with hair, this is the first topic. And I want you to remember when we are doing hair, we are using the have verb. We're not using be verb, we're using the have verb. And I've got an example sentence right here. It says, she has black hair. She has black hair. Now, that's the easiest sentence. We just do the color and then the hair. She has black hair. He has brown hair. But we want to be more descriptive today. We want to give a lot of adjectives. So as you can see, I've got length, style, and color. Length, style, and color. And please use this order when you make a sentence. Please use this order. So begin with the length, then do the style, then do color, and then finish with hair. But before we make a sentence, let's go over some vocabulary. So I've got under length, I've got one word, I've got short. I want everybody who's watching right now, who's joining me live, give me some more vocabulary words to talk about the length of somebody's hair. My hair, you can see, is short. It's short. What else can we say for length? What are some other words? So we're only going to focus on length right now. All right, so we're going to go from here, maybe to here, maybe to here, and then further down. Supergirl, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you today? Now, what's the opposite of short? What's the opposite of short? All right, Supergirl here, long. Very good. All right, so if I wanted to add a vocabulary word here, I'm going to put long at the very bottom here. Now, I think we can probably have 2 more words in between short and long. So in this area here, we can have some other vocabulary words. So Teresa, long, perfect. Karina, long, perfect. Now, what about here? All right, so XYZ, you've got medium. Teresa, medium. Very good, very good. Now, for hair, we do need to say one more word. We can't just say medium. Medium we can use if we're ordering a drink. I'd like a medium drink. But for hair, we need to add one more word to that. And what we're gonna add here is the word length. So medium length. Medium length. There we go. Supergirl, you added it in there. Perfect. Medium length. Perfect. Perfect. All right. So we've got short. We've got medium length. We've got another one we can add. Teresa, medium length. Perfect. Perfect. Now, another one that is very similar to medium length is right to here. We use this word. So what is that? And then also use the word length in this word also. So that plus length. Who knows the vocabulary? There you go. Teresa, perfect. Shoulder length. All right. So those right here, those 4 words are going to be the most common when we talk about hair. When we're talking about hair, these are going to be the most common vocabulary words to talk about the length. Short, medium length, shoulder length, long. Okay, perfect. Let's move now to style. XYZ, shoulder length, YFS, shoulder length. Perfect. How about style now? We've got straight hair. What are some other style words? I think with this one, there's probably 3 basic vocabulary words. We've got straight, Teresa and YFS, perfect. You've added curly, yeah. straight, curly, and maybe one more. Okay, we got two more. Supergirl permed. Permed. Permed is good, but I don't know if about other countries, but I do know that when I spent time in Korea, when I spent time in Japan, that permed had a few different meanings. But usually in Canada and America, permed means that your hair is super curly only. It's super curly. So you have straight hair, you want curly hair, so you get a perm. Right? So you get a perm. That's one here I'm going to put as a banner, actually. You get a perm. Okay. So let's add some of the words that everybody's saying so far. We've got curly. We've got permed hair. And I saw some more comments here. Teresa, wavy, perfect. Wavy hair. For me, those I think straight, curly, wavy are going to be the most commonly used words. We've got one more here from XYZ. It's an R, not an L. It's an R, not an L. And braided hair. Braided hair. Yeah. Braided hair is also okay. Okay. I think we've got some great styles here. Let's move the permed hair so it's more even. Now let's look, obviously, color. And we're going to go standard colors. I know recently everybody is dyeing their hair, and you can have any color, pink and blue and whatnot. Of course, we have those colors. Standard colors. Let's look at the standard colors that most people are born with. All right, so Supergirl, Karina, wavy hair. Perfect. Perfect. All right, let's look at colors. We got blonde. We've got brown. Perfect. Blonde, I'm going to change the spelling a little bit. It's not, we need to put an E at the end of that. Blonde hair, black hair, brown hair. Teresa, brown hair. YFS, red hair. Yes. This is not dyed hair. Some people do have red hair. A lot of Irish people, some of my Irish friends have red hair. Teresa, blonde hair, perfect. Blonde hair, perfect. Now, there's going to be one more that I'm going to add. So we've got black, blonde, brown, red. I think those are the standard colors that everybody has. There's going to be one more. And I'm going to try to fit it in here. Put it in under red. Dirty blonde. Dirty blonde. There we go. Gray hair. Good. That's another good one, XYZ. So I need to add one more. Gray hair. So dirty blonde hair is going to be hair that's not completely blonde. There's also some brown in the hair. It's kind of like a mix of brown and blonde. So we call that sort of dirty blonde hair. It's Karina, black hair, perfect. So we've got a lot of colors now. Now let's put it all together. We're going to be using this order of adjectives. So for instance, if I'm talking about my hair, I would say I have short, wavy, black hair. Short, wavy, black hair. All right, and I'll put that as a banner so everybody can see. I have short, wavy, black hair. So make sure you stay with that order. We don't really say I have black, wavy, short hair. It doesn't sound as smooth. The order that we like to do is length, style, color. So what about everybody here? Whoever is watching right now, what does your hair look like? What does your hair look like? And that's a great question that everybody should remember. What does your hair look like? All right, so Teresa, I have short, straight, black. Don't forget the word, and you added it next, hair. Perfect. Perfect. Short, straight, black hair. Now, you don't, and one thing I want to say, you don't have to add every one of these, length, style, color. If you want to, that's great. The more information you give, the better. But I think the most important ones are going to be the length and the color. So if you just say, I have short black hair, that's okay. Style is kind of extra. HS, good morning. Good morning. How are you today? So YFS, I have shoulder length, straight black hair. Perfect. Perfect. I have shoulder length, straight black hair. Excellent. All right. So we've got some different example sentences. Perfect. So let's move to the next body part, the next appearance. We've finished hair. Next, let's move to, one second. I'm going to have to open up. Let's see. Let's go to, something happened to my file here. Okay. Let's move here to eyes. Eyes. We're going to talk about eyes next, and I'm going to just make a banner. Okay, so eyes as well, we're only going to be talking about color. We're only going to be talking about color. So if you talk about color, what colors can you tell me for eyes? Supergirl, I have shoulder length, wavy, dark brown hair. All right, perfect. All right, so next, let's go colors. And as everybody's doing the colors, I'm going to just, I'm going to fix my file here. For some reason, my lesson file, something happened to it. Yo, good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, we got some answers here. Brown, perfect. Blue, perfect. Green, perfect. Any other colors that you guys could say? Black. Okay, so I hear this one a lot. Teresa, black. A lot of people in Japan say this as well. And black. I would say that we probably wouldn't say black eyes. I would say dark brown eyes. Dark brown eyes, because the middle part of your eye, which is the pupil, that is black. So it's usually not the same color. It's just going to be a really dark brown. A dark brown. Or does that make sense, Teresa? How about this one here? I'm going to put it in the chat box here. Dark brown, perfect. Dark brown eyes. Okay, perfect. Hazel. Does anybody know what hazel means? Hazel, light brown is a good color as well. Perfect, perfect. Does anybody know what the word hazel means? Hazel. Hazel is kind of like a green brown color. Green and brown. All right, so maybe hazel, I would say, is going to be and I'm going to put that as a banner here. Hazel is going to be more a greenish brown color. Greenish brown. Okay, so let me just quickly, I'm just working on this other computer. I don't know what happened to my lesson, but I just need to fix it a little bit. Hold on one sec, everybody, as there we go. For some reason, my computer messed up my lesson. So I just need to upload a new lesson here from my other computer, and I am good to go now. Okay, perfect. There we go. So let's put the lesson back onto the screen. All right. And we were looking at eyes. We had a bunch of different answers. Next, let's look at, so we finished the hair. We are going to be looking at next, looks. Looks. Now we're going to be separating looks by both men and women. Men and women. Oh, Fusa, black. All right. So again, dark brown is probably the better answer for, but black eyes, I guess it's okay. But dark brown is more common. Okay, so Let's look at looks now. Let's look at looks. How would we describe? What are some words that we can use for looks? Now, I'm going to give you one to start off. I'll give you one to start off. And I'm going to use the word handsome. Handsome. Handsome is a word that we will often use for men. Handsome. What else could we use? You look at the example sentence, and we've got beautiful. We've got the word beautiful here. So we know that beautiful, I've got the subject she. So beautiful is a word that we will often be using with women, So men, we can say handsome. Women, we can say beautiful. Does anybody know any other words, whether it's for a man or for a woman, or something that we can put right here, which is both? We can use these words for both a man and a woman. All right, so Supergirl, good looking. Yes, I would put good looking in the middle because it can be used by both men, women, boys, girls. HS, good looking, perfect. Okay, YFS, sexy. Yes, sexy is also another one that goes in the middle. Sexy will go in the middle. We can use it for both men and women. Now, there is no like specific rule here. You know, if you wanted to use beautiful for a man, that's fine. If you wanted to use handsome for a woman, that's fine also. It's just not so common. But if you want to do that, that's fine. All right, Teresa, muscular. This could be for both. Very good. Muscular would be for both. Generally, we would probably say muscular for men, but for both, we could do for both. Supergirl, cool. Cool is going to be a little bit different because cool is not appearance, it's personality. So only for appearance, we've got gorgeous. Gorgeous is going to go right in the middle. Gorgeous is for both. Perfect. YFS, cute. Perfect. Cute is going to go for both. So most of the words, I think, as you can see, we're using it for both men and women. There are some words that typically that we would use separately. For example, handsome and beautiful. Attractive. Perfect. Attractive we use for both. Attractive goes for both. Supergirl, hot. Hot will go for both. Perfect. I'm running out of space for both. I'll put it at the top. Hot. Karina, lovely. Lovely is probably more personality. It's like cool, and the person is lovely. We would probably use that more for personality. And lovely would be for both also. Teresa, pretty. Now, generally, pretty is going to be only used for the females. Again, if you want to use it for a man, that's fine. But typically in America, in Canada, pretty is used for girls only. Girls, women, ladies. Karina, gorgeous. Perfect. Perfect. Yes, gorgeous is for both. Dio, femininity. What I would say here is just make it shorter. Feminine. 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 So we don't need the TY. And this is strange. It's really strange, but we would use this for both. We would use this for both because some men have feminine features. All right. So we've got a lot of adjectives here, a lot of adjectives. Great job. Now, I want you guys to remember we're going to be using the be verb here, the be verb. All right. So as you can see from the example sentence, she is beautiful. She is beautiful. He is handsome. They are cute. So we always use the be verb when we're talking about looks. So next, let's look at the face, facial features. With facial features, we are using the have verb, have verb. So we've got the example, he has a mustache. He has a mustache. So I'm going to put mustache down here. Mustache is a facial feature. Now, of course, you guys are seeing me. I've got right here, it's all over my face. Mustache is only here. Mustache is only the top part. Now, for me, I've got a beard. A beard. All right, so we've got mustache, we've got beard. These are both facial features for men. He has a mustache, he has a beard. All right, Teresa, beard, perfect. Karina, thick. So we're going back to maybe the looks. He is thick. Yeah, I would probably say it's more body shape, but yeah, thick, very good. HS, homely. Yes, homely would be for both as well. And homely, yeah, it's not a good meaning. That means they don't look good. Which, you know, obviously it's a negative word. Homely, very good. Another one that people might say is ugly. Ugly. These all go in the middle part. But they're negative words, right? So yeah, I don't recommend using these words to describe people. All right. Other facial features. Teresa, you gave a comment here. Goatee. Perfect. All right. So this is also just for a man. Goatee. So we've got mustache, beard, and goatee. So mustache we know is just the top. Beard is full. Goatee is going to be around your mouth only. Around your mouth only, or only on your chin. Only on your chin. So there's goatee, there's two styles of goatees, around your mouth or only the chin. What about female facial features? Does anybody know any female facial features or facial features that we both use? Beauty mark. Yeah, so we went over some of this yesterday as well. So a beauty mark. Very good. Let's put that up here. Beauty mark. A beauty mark will be like a singular sort of dot, usually on your face, could be on anywhere in your body. Now, beauty mark is just one dot. What if there's like so many? What do we call that? Does anybody know the answer to that? YFS, beautiful eyes. Okay. That's, yeah, a facial feature. Perfect. Supergirl, yeah, spelling is a little different, but yeah, you've got it. Freckles. Freckles. Freckles, yeah. She has freckles. He has freckles. So freckles are going to be lots of little dots on your face. What about the little, when you smile, sometimes people have an indentation here. Indentation right here. There's like a little hole, but it's not a real hole, but it looks like a hole. What do we call that? Okay, Karina, dimples. Perfect. Yes, dimples. Now, dimples would be for both. Perfect. Now, one more thing I'm going to add, one more facial feature I want to add here. Generally, this is only going to be for women. I want everybody to look at the screen here. This right here. What is this called? So Supergirl dimples, dimples, perfect. What is this called right here? It's a bone right here, just below your eye. What is this bone right? Does anybody know what this means? And we usually use it for facial features. There you go. So YFS, cheekbone. Perfect. Perfect. So when we're talking about a facial feature, especially for women, we'll say high cheekbones. High cheekbones. Okay. Now remember, all of these will be using the have verb. Have verb. Okay, so he has, she has dimples, she has high cheekbones. All right, so again, remember, only two verbs, be verb, have verb. Cheekbones, perfect. Teresa, sideburns, excellent. That's another facial feature, perfect. Sideburns. Sideburns is the hair that's here. Coming from the top, the bottom of your hair, it goes down onto your face. That would be a sideburn. Okay, perfect. Let's look now at age. Let's look at the dreaded age one. Now, when we talk about age, we will use the be verb, the be verb. All right, so I've got an example sentence. He's in his early 30s. He's in his early 30s. All right, before we continue with age, XYZ has a question. Tanned skin, what was that? I know we learned it yesterday. Tanned skin means you've spent some time in the sun. It may be in summertime, you go outside to the beach or to the park. The sun is, it's shining down onto your body, onto your skin. Your skin starts to become a little bit darker. It becomes a little bit browner. So we would say that's tanned skin. Now, it's not red. If it's red, it's sunburnt. Tanned skin means it's brown, sort of that golden brown color that you get from the sun. All right, good question. Now, age. I like this, in his early 30s. So first, let's just go over the phrase in his or her. And we're going to be saying things like 20s or 30s or 40s. That means, if I say 20s, in his 20s, that means from 20 to 29. 30s would be 30 to 39, 40 to 49. So we've got here in his early 30s. Early 30s. Okay. Early 30s. If I'm saying early 30s, then that is going to be 30 to 33. All right. What do I say if the age is 34 to 36? And what do I say if the age is 37 to 39? All right, so already we've got some answers. So 34 to 36, mid-30s. Mid-30s. And YFS 37 to 39, late 30s. Perfect. So, you've got middle 30s. I will understand that. If you say middle 30s, I would understand it. But generally in Canada and America, we are going to be saying mid 30s. And late 30s. Now, do not forget, you have to put the word in his, in her. You have to be putting this at the front. In his late 30s, in her mid 30s, in his late 30s. All right, so don't forget in his, and we are using the be verb, the be verb. All right, so Teresa, early, mid, late, perfect. All right, any other words to talk about age? Perfect. He's in his late 30s. Perfect. I think the only one that we would probably talk, if we're talking about people who are really young, we have this word teenager as well. That's 13 to 19. All right, and again, remember, we're always using the be verb for all of these. All right, so just to recap here, let's look at the looks. If we're talking about looks, handsome, beautiful, gorgeous, right? We're using the be verb. He is handsome. She is beautiful. We're talking about facial features. We are going to be using have verb. Have verb. So she has freckles. He has a goatee. And then age, we're going to be using be verb. All right, so he is in his early 30s. She is a teenager. And some people wrote teens as well, which is perfect. Young and old, perfect. I would be careful. Don't say old directly to someone unless you're just joking with your friends. People don't like to be called old. Again, I think we talked about this yesterday. In America and Canada, people are really sensitive. So we don't like to say direct negative comments to Canadians or Americans. All right, so far so good. We've got a lot of vocabulary today. A lot of vocabulary today. So we've got looks, facial features, age. We've done hair, and we've done eyes. So what I'd like you to do, I want you to, in the comment section, make a sentence. It doesn't have to be about you, just imagination. Maybe it's a celebrity you like, a musician, an actor, actress. Maybe it's your friend. I want you to tell me, make a sentence, he or she. Tell me what their hair looks like, their eyes look like, and maybe their age, maybe their looks. You can choose. You can make 1 or 2 sentences using some of these vocabulary words. I'm going to stop sharing this so you can't see it. Karina, 50s, perfect. 60s, 70s. All right, so make a sentence using hair, eyes. XYZ has a question here. When do you say she is aged well? Okay, this is a good question. You're close. We're not going to say she is aged well. I know what you're trying to say. I'm going to put it into... All right, so I'll make a banner for this, XYZ. So you're very close. What you're going to say here is that she has aged well. She has aged well. Not is, but has. So what does this mean? This means that she, some people, when they get older, suddenly they become very old. They look very old. You can tell, wow, that person got really, really old very quickly. So if somebody has aged well, that means they don't look old. So maybe their age is 50, but they look like they're 40 or they look like they're 30. So you can say they have aged well. So even though they are old, they look really good. So a lot of times we will say that sentence when we're talking about celebrities, like certain celebrities age very well. Can you give me an example of a celebrity who has aged well? Like, I think Brad Pitt has aged well. I think Brad Pitt has aged well. I think he's like 60 or something, but he looks really, really good. All right, so I'm still waiting for some sentences. Still waiting for some sentences here. Make a sentence talking about hair, eye color, and one of the either looks, facial features, or age. And I'll give everybody a few seconds. School reunion. School reunion. What do you mean, XYZ? What does school reunion mean? A school reunion. Yeah, what this means is, after you graduate high school in Canada and America, usually 10 years after you graduate, the graduating class will meet again. And you will, have a party. And we call that a school reunion. It's usually a 10-year reunion, maybe a 15-year, a 20-year. We start at 10. 10 is the starting date. So 10 years after you graduate high school. What can we call a person that is not young and not old? Middle-aged. 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 And I'll put a banner for that. All right, middle-aged. And middle-aged, Teresa, this is always changing. You know, as our life expectancy is growing, so people are living longer. People are living longer. So middle-aged has become later. You know, I believe, you know, when I was really young, middle age was 30s. But now I would say middle age is probably 40s or middle 40s because people are living longer. All right. So we've got some YFS. She has gorgeous blue eyes. Perfect. All right. So you're using some adjectives we learned. Okay. Let's go back to the lesson. And I wanted to save the most difficult part for last. But before that, Dio has an answer. She has blonde hair, beautiful blue eyes with freckles. Excellent. Excellent. So yesterday we learned with plus facial features. Excellent. He is very fit, but he has pretty dimples on his face. Fit. Fit is a good word. Fit is a good. Maybe you're trying to say fat because you've got butt in there. So he is very fat, but he has pretty dimples on his face. He is very fit and he has pretty dimples on his face. Teresa, the verb for middle age, yeah, we would also say be verb here. Be verb. He is middle-aged. He is middle-aged. She is middle-aged. So with age, we're always going to be using the be verb. And yes, okay, and he is very fit and he has pretty dimples on his face. Perfect. Excellent, excellent. Okay, let's go back to the lesson. And I wanted to save the most difficult part for last. We've got body and clothes, so 2 and 3. We've already finished 4, 5, 6. We're going to look at body and clothes. I'm quickly going to add some body parts for the height here. Height, you know, short, tall. Maybe other words we can say is medium height. And one more here is average height. All right, so those are the height. When you're talking about height, someone can be short, someone can be tall, someone can be medium height or average height. And when we're talking about the body, or height, maybe body shape, again, we're using the be verb for this as well. All right, so now let's look at the body shape. I've got thin. I believe, Karina, you gave me a good one before, thick. Any other words for body shape? Karina, thin. Very good. XOZ, do you have a word that describes fat but not rude? Dio answered it right there. Big. It's better than fat. Big is better than fat. Other words that we can describe for that is chubby. Chubby. Chubby is a softer, easier, not as rude word to mean a little fat. Teresa, slim, perfect. Supergirl, fit, perfect. Karina, slim, perfect. All right, so let's put these words in here. Slim, fit. So Supergirl, chubby sounds like it's for kids, but can we use it for adults? Yeah, you can use it for adults. No problem. Now, a lot of times if I want to say kind of a negative comment about the body shape, I'll put the word a little in the front. So, for instance, what I might say is, and again, remember be verb here. He is a little chubby. He is a little overweight. Overweight. So again, overweight is a nicer way to say fat. HIS, she is good looking and has short permed brown hair with dark brown eyes. Perfect, HS. Perfect. Good sentence. Now, I'm only going to add one more word. Teresa, slender. Very good. Very good. So that's more on the thin side. Perfect. So let's add that word here as well. Slender. And the other word I'm going to add is skinny. Skinny. Skinny is another word that we like to use for body parts. Wife, that's good to know. Yes, a little makes everything a little bit softer. Okay, now let's go to the last category. The last category is clothing. I saved this one for last because we have so many different types of clothing. Now, with clothing, you are going to be using present continuous. That means be verb and ing. So she is wearing a t-shirt. She is wearing a t-shirt. Now, colors, we're not going to go over today. I think everybody knows their colors. Let's go over some clothing. Let's go over some clothing. I've separated them into summer, winter, formal, casual. And I've also got shoes as well. So let's do this for like a couple of minutes only. And then we're going to move into the speaking part of this lesson. So for summer, let's focus just on summer clothing. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections here. So let's try to think of at least 5 words. I'm going to start, because we've already said this one, is t-shirt. I'm wearing it. It's winter here, but I've got a t-shirt on. All right, so YFS, tank top, perfect. XYZ, shorts, perfect. Supergirl, swimsuits, no S, swimsuit. Yeah, perfect. There we go. So I'm going to add these two here. So we had tank top. We had shorts. We have swimsuit or bathing suit. All right. Any other word? Teresa, shorts. Perfect. All right. Supergirl swimsuit. Perfect. All right. Dio, no sleeve shirt. Perfect. Now let's change this a little bit. What we're going to say here is going to be sleeveless shirt. Sleeveless shirt. YFS, a summer dress. Perfect. A summer dress. Yeah, I think these are all great summer clothings. Now let's move to winter. And of course, you can add spring and autumn to these categories as well. So winter. So we're in winter right now where I am. This is winter here in Japan. Yukata. Yes, so that's going to be for the summer. So a yukata. Yeah, traditional Japanese clothing. Perfect. Teresa, sweater. Good. So winter clothing. Let's start that off with Teresa's answer, sweater. All right, we got a thick coat. Very good. So coat would be the clothing, and then of course we can add to it a thick coat, a puffer coat, a heavy coat. Good. A big coat, a warm coat. All right, a ski jacket. Very good. Yeah. So the other word we could use is jacket, and then we can put adjectives in front. So we've got ski jacket, down jacket, leather jacket, leather coat. What are some other winter clothings that we're going to be using? Now, we said a t-shirt, we said a sleeveless shirt, we can say a long sleeve shirt, scarf. Scarf is another good winter clothing. Please do not say muffler. It's a scarf. Supergirl, a thermal shirt. Yeah, thermal shirt. Perfect. So Dio, winter hat. Winter hat. So I'm not sure what kind of hat it is, but what we would probably say, what Teresa just answered is beanie. Beanie. So it's kind of like a knitted hat that you put on your head. We call that a beanie. Now, I'm Canadian. So in Canada, we don't say beanie. In the US, we'll say beanie. But in Canada, we will say toque. Same meaning as beanie. Same meaning as beanie, but we say toque. It's a French word that we use. Karina, coat. Perfect. XYZ, winter tights. Perfect. Excellent. All right. So then, of course, there's so many other words, pants, jeans, things like, a cardigan. Sweater, cashmere sweater, a wool sweater. Lots of different types of adjectives we can say. I saw that one in one of your videos. Yeah, I did a English sort of US versus Canadian vocabulary. And yeah, we will say toque. Toque. Teresa, gloves. Perfect. And then we have another thing as well for this. Not only gloves, but we can say mitts or mittens. Oh, there you go. So YFS, you answered as well. Mittens. Very good. Sometimes we shorten mittens and we just say mitts. All right. Lots of different vocabulary words here. We've got more formal and casual words. Let's just do formal in this one today. You know, formal clothing. Okay, deal. Perfect. Earmuff. Don't forget S, earmuffs, because there's two ears, two muffs. Earmuffs. Perfect. I like that one. I'm going to put it up here. Earmuffs. And of course, that's going to be in the winter section. Now, perfect, deal. Perfect. Formal clothing. Formal clothing. What I would say, you know, if you're going to work, obviously the most common word is going to be a suit. Make sure we got at in front of that. Other words that we can say, a dress shirt, and then no at, dress pants. A dress shirt and dress pants. YFS, tuxedo. Yeah, almost. Your spelling is almost perfect there. Okay, there it is. Let's get these up here. All right. Tuxedo. Tuxedo. Casual dress. Very good, Teresa. XYZ. A tie. Very good. Business shirts. Very good, Dio. Business shirts, we could also say dress shirts. Okay, excellent. Great job, everybody. Now, last one. Shoes. Let's go to shoes. What are some different types of shoes we can say? Sneakers. If it's formal, we'll say dress shoes. Dress shoes. Karina, sandals. Perfect. Perfect. Let's move these here. All right, perfect. Sandals. YFS, heels, pumps. Very good. Heels, pumps. XYZ, boots. Yo, boots. Perfect. Perfect. We've got flip-flops. Someone just said flip-flops. That was Teresa. Flip-flops. Perfect. Supergirl. Flip-flops. Perfect. Crocs. Yes, that's become a new type of shoe. That's a good one because it's actually a brand name, but we'll say Crocs. All right, so there's lots of different types of shoes that we can say. So Y stripe. I'm not sure what that one would be. Does anybody know what a Y stripe is? XYZ loafers. Perfect. Yo, basketball shoes. Perfect. Yes. And if we're going to go by brand names as well, then another one that we might say is this, Jordans. Jordans have become an iconic brand for shoes. So we'll say Jordans. Supergirl, what's the word for soccer shoes? Excellent. what we're going to say for a soccer shoe, cleats, cleats, cleats. All right. So now remember, when we're making a sentence using all of these words that we've learned, it's BING, it's present continuous. She is wearing a t-shirt. Right. So make sure we add colors. We didn't go over colors today, but I think everybody's fine. Now, if I'm talking about myself right now, I'm wearing a white t-shirt and a white and green hat. I'm wearing a white t-shirt and white, blue, and green hat. All right, so I want you to tell me right now, what is everybody wearing right now? Supergirl, cleats, it can be used for track and field shoes too, right? Yes, you are right. Cleats can be used for track and field, soccer, rugby, baseball, football, any shoes that you have the spikes on them, we would call those cleats. All right, so tell me, what are you wearing? What are you wearing? I am wearing a white t-shirt and a white, blue, and green hat. All right, so YFS, I'm wearing a black sweatshirt and jeans. Perfect. Perfect. Supergirl, I'm still wearing PJs. There you go. Perfect. Yeah, pajamas, PJs. Teresa, I'm wearing a gray t-shirt and jeans. Perfect. So I like both Teresa and YFS. I like both of you guys just said jeans. There's no reason to say blue. Jeans are always blue. If it's a different color, then we put the color. Black jeans, red jeans. But if it's standard denim, then we just say jeans. We don't need to put a color. So both of you, perfect. All right, so again, B-I-N-G, B-I-N-G. All right, so very, very well done. So now we're going to put everything together now. We're going to put it all together. I'm going to show you a picture of some people. What you have to do now is you have to tell me their appearance. Right. So remember, we've learned about hair, we've learned about eyes, we've learned about body shape, height, facial features. We've talked about their age. So you don't have to put all of these items, but maybe choose a couple. And then, of course, clothing as well. I'm wearing a puffy sweater and thick socks. Perfect. Yes, it's very cold. In fact, yesterday, I don't know if anybody here is living in Tokyo. I live in Tokyo, but yesterday in Tokyo, last night, it rained. Not rain, sorry, it snowed. It snowed yesterday. It didn't stay on the ground, but it was snowing. HS, climbing shoes. I like it. Yes, that's a specific type of shoe. Climbing shoes. Okay, so let's look at the people next. All right, so I'm going to go all the way down here. We'll save the questions for last. We'll do the questions another time. I have a whole exercise for questions, but I want to just stick with what people are looking like. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. The colors are fairly similar, but there are some interesting designs and patterns. All right, so I'm gonna label these person 1. And we'll label each person with a different number. So just tell me the person you are describing. And then tell me what they look like. So you can choose any one of these people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Tell me about their body appearance, their hair. Of course, we can't really see their eyes. The eyes are basically too small. There's no color in the eyes. The artist has made it just black. So don't worry about the eye color. Just look at hair. You can talk about body shape. They seem to be about all the same height. So you could use that one height word. And then tell me about their clothing. All right. So put it all together. Choose a person and describe that person. And I know this is going to take people some time to type everything out, so don't worry. I'll patiently wait for that. Some of the colors are unique too, so I'm interested to hear what colors you choose. You can use a general color, but you could also become a little bit more specific, more creative with your colors as well. And also people who are watching on the replay. Anybody who's watching on the replay, first of all, thanks for watching. I hope you liked the lesson so far. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure you choose one of these people, or you can choose more than one, and tell me what they look like and leave that in the comment section. That'll be your homework. All right. And people on the live right now, whoever's watching right now, of course, we're going to answer some of these people. We're going to make sentences about some of these people right now, but choose one of these people and describe it as your homework. All right. So we got our first answer from XYZ, looking at number 1. So let's focus just on her right now. All right, so number 1, as we can see, it's this girl here, and it says she has long black hair and she is medium height. She is wearing a blue polka dotted t-shirt, red pants, a silver belt, and blue sneakers. Let's make this a little smaller, move her up a bit so everybody can see. There you go. Okay, really good sentence. We can make it a little bit more compact. XYZ, oh, she's not wearing polka dots. Okay, but when we describe people, I'm really glad that you said this, XYZ. When we describe people, it does not have to be perfect. It does not have to be very specific. So, if I zoom in on her shirt, yeah, that's not polka dots, but it looks very similar to polka dots. So I think if you say polka dots in this situation, it's a good sentence. I think it's a useful word. You can make it, star polka dots if you wanted. But that's great. Now, one thing I want to say, XYZ, in your very first sentence, she has long black hair and she is medium height. Don't put she 2 times. Don't put she 2 times. Just put she at the beginning. She has long black hair and is medium height. Okay, because the subject is the same. We don't need to repeat it 2 times. Second sentence is good. She's wearing a blue polka dotted t-shirt, red pants, a blue belt, and blue sneakers. Perfect. Number 1, perfect. She has, let's make this a little smaller so we can focus on her. Okay. She has black with long hair. So I would say here, she has long black hair. She has long black hair. And so you've put the relative clause, which we studied yesterday, who. We don't need who here because we're not making a second sentence. With a relative clause, we need 2 sentences. So the girl with long black hair who is wearing a light blue dotted t-shirt is making a funny face. So that's when we would use the relative clause. So let's look at some of the words here you've got. So she has long black hair, period. She is wearing a light blue dotted shirt. Okay, so not dot t-shirt, but I would say dotted. And I'm going to put that. No, that's wrong here. There we go. Right. Dotted is going to be this, a dotted shirt. Okay, so let's go back. She has long black hair. She is wearing a light blue dotted t-shirt, no S on t-shirt, red pants, and blue shoes. Perfect. Mira, she has long hair, blue shoes, S on the shoes, and a red belt, blue belt. All right. YFS, you are going to do number 2. And let's make this a little smaller if people still need to look at everybody. Number 2, your answer. He has short black hair and is medium height. Don't forget the verb. The verbs are different. Hair and height. Hair is has, height is be verb. So he has short black hair and is medium height. He is wearing a 3/4 sleeve sweater, striped pants, and red shoes. Okay. What about colors? We can add colors to this as well. I think colors make it more specific, especially if you're trying to find someone. It's important we say the colors as well. So he is wearing, and don't forget, a 3/4 sleeve sweater. We're going to put a here because it's one sweater. It's a sweater. And striped, put a D on that. Striped pants. Yellow striped pants. Green 3/4 sleeve sweater, and red shoes. What type of green is that, YFS? What type of green is that? Mira, hi, sir. I'm from India. Please make a session on have. Mira, perfect. I will definitely do that for you. I'll make a lesson on have as well. All right. So YFS, olive. Yeah. So we can make colors more, descriptive. It's olive green. So he is wearing a 3/4 length sleeve. What was your thing here? I'm confusing myself. A 3/4 sleeve olive green sweater. All right, that's a tongue twister. One more time. He is wearing a 3/4 sleeve olive green sweater. Now, we don't have to be so specific. I think as long as you say the color and the type of clothing, that's probably enough. He's wearing an olive green sweater. But I like that 3/4 sleeve sweater. Very good. All right, I'm going to let maybe 2 more people answer. So we've done number 1 and 2. If anybody wants to do 3, 4, 5, or 6, leave your answer in the comment section. If you want to do it for homework, you can do that for a homework as well. For the homework, just tell me what person, what number. If you're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. And anybody on the replay as well, choose the number when you tell me the number when you leave your homework as well. YFS, good question. Is it a 3/4 sleeve sweater or a 3/4 sleeved sweater? Second one, sleeved sweater. But honestly, both would work because we say short sleeve and there's no D. Short sleeve sweater, long sleeve sweater. So 3/4 sleeve sweater. First one is also okay. Both are fine. All right, number 5. Okay. Let's look at number 5. Let's zoom in on her. Number 5. Okay, so let's make it a little smaller so we can see the number as well. There we go. She has brown hair. Perfect. We could even add some length to it. She has short brown hair. She is wearing a forest green dress and sandals and waving her hands up and is waving her hands up. Don't forget the is on the second one as well. Because we've got is wearing, we need to have is waving as well. We need to add the is verb there, but perfect. Yeah, she's wearing a forest green. More descriptive. We've got a descriptive color of green. She's wearing a forest green dress and sandals and is waving her hands up. Yes. So we could say waving her hands up. Also, another one we could say is holding her hands up. It's a very interesting phrase, but a lot of times we'll say holding your hands up. Waving is going to be like this, waving her hands in the air. All right, perfect. Good job, Joe. I liked it. Very descriptive with your colors. Excellent. Okay, so the rest of these, let's do these for homework. Make sure you tell me what number the person you're describing, the number of the person in the comment section. Also, now, if you have any questions about today's lesson or about any type of English lesson, or if you want to ask a question about the US or Canada, I'll let you do that now. So if you have any questions, please let me know. In the meantime, XYZ has answered number 4, person number 4. She is short and has red hair. Perfect. Very specific. So we don't need to go too detailed. She is short. She has red hair. That's perfect. She is wearing, don't forget she's wearing a greenish brown shirt, jeans, and sandals. Perfect. Just put don't forget greenish brown shirt. Yeah. So, if I zoom in, obviously you can see she's got freckles as well. And the shirt has some design on it. But basically the color is enough. The color is enough. So I think your answer was perfect, XYZ. Just make sure you have a greenish brown shirt. All right, Mira has a question. The question is, please explain the verb own. All right, so the verb own comes from the word owner, right? So if you are the owner, that means you possess it. It is mine. For example, this cup, I own it. I'm the owner of this cup. I went to the store, I bought it. It is mine. So we use own to talk about ownership. So for instance, I might make a question. I'm going to put it on let's put it here. I'm going to make a banner. I could say this question, do you own a car? Now, own, I would say the easiest way to understand own, it's very similar to have. Okay. The difference is, let's say, for example, what can I say? Let's say this here. I've got a, what is this? Hydro flask. Now, let's imagine right now I can say I have a hydro flask, but this is not mine. This is my friend's. My friends lent it to me. So I'm borrowing this thermos, this hydro flask. So right now I have it, but I don't own it. I am not the owner. My friend owns this. My friend is the owner. I'm borrowing it, but right now I have it. So that's the difference between have and own. But otherwise, it's quite similar. But own, it means you are the owner of something. XYZ, I don't like articles. I need more videos about articles from you. Yes, I will make more. I'll make more videos on articles. Nobody likes articles, I think. But unfortunately, they are very, very important. They're very, very important. Mira, does that answer your question, Mira, about own? I hope so. I hope it answers your question. All right, Teresa, number 6. Perfect. All right, let's make this a little bit bigger for everybody to see. All right, so she might be a teenager who is wearing make sure to put an N there, an orange blouse, red polka dot skirt. I think that's just a typo. Red polka dot skirt and casual shoes. She's also wearing a headband. She has short curly black hair. Perfect. Very well done, Teresa. Don't forget N on the article. She's wearing an orange blouse, a red polka dot skirt. Don't forget yeah, I know that was a typo, Teresa. But don't forget your article. A red polka dot skirt and casual shoes. She's also wearing a headband, so a headband there is really good. And she has short curly black hair. Perfect. So yeah, just don't forget a red polka dot shirt or skirt. Perfect. Well done, Teresa. No, so I'll ask in the next. Okay, perfect. I hope you understood, Mira. I hope I could answer your question. All right. If there are no more questions or if there are no more answers, no, there's not many. I think it's just the articles like XYZ. XYZ hates articles. So we just need to put the article. So you added the article for the shirt, for the blouse, which is a great vocabulary word, which we didn't put today. So blouse is a female's dress shirt. So we only use it for females generally. But the skirt, so we just say a red polka dot skirt. And also for everyone, if you're looking at polka dots, sometimes what we're gonna say is polka dotted skirt. So we'd like to put the ed on that because it becomes an adjective. So whenever we are using that as an adjective, we often will add ed, polka dotted skirt. If you forget it, that's fine. If you forget the ed there, it's fine. Okay. Mira, today I was just surfing YouTube. Fortunately, I've got your live lesson. That'd be wonderful. Please let me know when you take sessions, as I'm new, although I have many confusions. All right, Mira, I do live lessons 3 days a week. So always Saturday, Sunday mornings. About Sundays are about this time from 9 a.m. Japan time. Saturdays are a little bit earlier than that. And then on Thursday nights, I'll do it. But just check my community site. I'll always put the information there. But yeah, generally Thursday, Saturday, Sunday is when I do it. Thursday evening, Saturday morning, Sunday morning. And that's all sort of Japan days, Japan times. Teresa, you are very welcome. Oh, I like that emoji. It's like a talking fish. That's cute. You're very welcome. And Mira, you are very welcome as well. You're very welcome. I'm glad you found the channel. I'm glad you found the lesson. All right, guys. Any questions you think of later, just leave it in the comment section. I always check everybody's answers and questions. So make sure you do that. XYZ notification bell always notifies me as well. Yeah, that's a good point. So if you just hit the notification bell, if after you subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell. So every time I'm going to do a live lesson, it will notify you. It'll tell you that, oh, live lesson is starting. You're very welcome, Mira. Thank you, XYZ. Good tip there. All right, guys, I hope all of you have a great Sunday. I believe it's Sunday for everyone. Maybe it's Saturday for some of you. I can't be Monday for anyone. So it's either Sunday or Saturday. So I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for joining. Remember, if you want a copy of this lesson, let me know. Just let me know, and I can get you a copy of the lesson. XYZ, the community page doesn't really come out on my YouTube, so notification bell. Yeah, some people have told me that. Sometimes the community page doesn't pop up. I think sometimes I'll put quiz questions on the community page. So if you're active on the community page, then my community page will always come. So for example, if you answer the quiz questions or if you like something, then it will always come. But if you're not, then yeah, it doesn't come up. So notification bells will definitely let people know. Dio, thank you for the lesson. Have a wonderful Sunday. You too, Dio. Have a great Sunday. If you are in Tokyo, it's a beautiful day. It's sunny outside right now. Much nicer than yesterday. So have a great day, Dio. And everybody, have a great day. Have a great day. So You are active for the quiz. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't know YouTube, what they do with the community, how it becomes active. I'm not really sure, but notifications will definitely help. Have a wonderful Sunday, sir. Thank you, Mira. You too. Have a great Sunday. What time is it in India right now? I believe it's a few hours earlier than Japan. But it is Sunday. I know it's Sunday in India as well. You know, Mira, I have family in India. So, Mira, have a great Sunday as well. I'm a big fan of your quizzes. I need more of those quizzes. Yes, okay. I'll make some more quizzes. In fact, today, I'll make a quiz for you today, XYZ. Around 7:15 a.m. Okay, so it's early day for you, Mira. Please enjoy your Sunday. Have a great day. Thank you, YFS. You love the quizzes as well. I will definitely make some more quizzes this week. I'll make one today. All right, guys. Thank you all for joining today. I hope you guys learned something. I hope this lesson was helpful for you. And I look forward to seeing you in the next live, which will be Thursday night, Japan time, about 10:15 p.m. So I will see you guys all then. If not, I'll see you on Saturday or Sunday. And I'll be having some more videos coming out as well. So check those out as well. But until the next lesson, I'll see everybody next time. See ya. Yeah, Saturday is early. I know you are a couple of hours earlier than me. So I try to make it a little as late as I can, but I have to work on Saturdays from the morning. So yeah, but I'm glad you can join on Sunday, Teresa. And sometimes you join at the end of the Saturday lesson, which is great. XOZ, thank you. XOZ, have a great weekend. You too. You have a great weekend too. Everybody have a great day. Have a great weekend. Enjoy yourself. And I will see you guys all in the next lesson. See ya.